Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Beyond Word Show, where we break down primitive truths to civilized people. Here, we have Omotis. Really such an honor to meet this man. We met last night and had this amazing connection together. And I wanted to sit down with you guys and kind of have a little conversation with Omotis. You know, before we get into these questions and this conversation we're really having, I asked you if you could please open your mind. Before you press play, or I guess you're pressing play, you're already playing right now, don't come with any prior biases.
Yes.
Whatever you've experienced before, give yourself, step away from it for a second. Just open your mind a little bit. This is just simply offering another perspective.
Don't judge.
Don't judge it.
Don't judge.
Don't judge anything for that matter. Now, Omotis, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And maybe we could start by, maybe you could explain the origins of your name.
Omotis is a name that I was given in meditation. I used to have fibromyalgia, and I tried to meditate myself back to health again. I meditated between 3 to as many as 7 hours a day, and I did that for months and managed to enjoy meditation to the point where I could get deep into the zone, literally other dimensions. And while coming back from one of those dimensions, I was given the name Omotis. And Omotis is an acronym for Outward Manifestation of the Inner Self. And in essence, it implies that I'm living life as a spirit, having a human experience.
Amazing. That's really special. And I think, you know, for the viewers, it's could be somewhat not relatable in the sense where a lot of people, maybe they don't have any meditation in their life, or they don't really quite understand what meditation is. And I just want to say that meditation, it's a beautiful thing. You don't need to necessarily sit in maybe the perceived notion that you have is an uncomfortable position. Meditation is simply just focusing. And you could do this by playing sports, by just being involved in what you're doing at that moment, focusing yourself on that very one thing that you're doing. You know, our mind is not meant to focus on many things at one time. And that might be contrary to popular belief because we're told that we need to multitask. So I just wanted to mention that meditation is simply just focusing and being aware of what we're doing at that current time. Yeah, it's a beautiful origin of your name, and it has such significance and meaning, just like everything else in life. Everything is meaningful, and there's beauty to be seen everywhere.
One of the things that we were talking about was what I like to call synchronicity and serendipity, how I am here in Lima, Peru, waiting for some prescription glasses to show up, and I have 3 weeks that I've had to spend here, and I'm thinking, okay, everything happens for a reason. And because I'm here, I was able to meet a new friend. This guy's awesome. Yeah.
An honor to have this conversation with you, really, and to record it as well, because, you know, a lot of concepts we've been talking about really special have been not on camera, and, you know, I think it's very important not to live through the lens. I'm capturing this to share this with you, but at the end of the day, it's very important not to live behind the lens and to experience it for yourself. You have to understand what you can control and what you can't control. And what you can't control is outside of you. This external reality, you can't control these things. Okay, you need to surrender to them. And we were actually having this beautiful conversation earlier about worrying. First of all, you don't even know enough that you can worry. First of all, you never will know enough. But, you know, Omotis said an amazing thing about worry to share with us.
Worrying basically is a mode of projecting your fears. And to live in the now, in the moment, allows you to not have to worry, because things are going to unfold as they are meant to unfold. If you live life like every moment is leading to the next opportunity, then you need not worry, because as these opportunities present themselves, you'll find that there's a reason for it. And I live a magical life because I know every day there's a reason that this opportunity has presented itself.
Yes. Amazing. Always an opportunity. You know, these obstacles, these perceived obstacles that we try to avoid and try to have a smooth sailing ride through life, you know, life has its ups and downs. There's nothing wrong with what's going on in your life, whether it's a struggle, whether it's a challenge, an obstacle, a difficulty, whatever word you want to put towards it, doesn't even matter. any resistance towards your life, that's an opportunity for growth.
Stuff happens in your life that is seemingly negative in order to push you onto your spiritual path to know what you really are. And
You really are.
Yeah. And what we really are
Yeah.
are spirits having a human experience.
It's fascinating. You know, people watching this could be all across the board, all ages, whoever is watching, you know, it's interesting. You know, what we're talking about is not necessarily just for, you know, peace, love, hippie. It's not, this is no hippie stuff. This is real life. Whether you're in business, whether you're in politics, whether you're an artist, photographer, whatever it is across the board, this is life. We're all living this experience called life. You know?
And one of the things that we were talking about in the sense of fear is what pervades social consciousness. It keeps us from wanting to go to that next step because we have this fear of the unknown. Therefore, it's so comfortable just to exist in our rut because then we don't have to challenge ourselves.
It's much easier that way. And I wanted to add something to what he said. That's an amazing point that he just brought up in the sense where, you know, we love to be comfortable. Why? Like he said, because it's easy. It's easier that way. But we need to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Because when you step outside of what you know is when you grow. So when I say travel, you know, we're here in Lima, Peru. Lima, Peru, wherever you're watching this, in your home, in your room, wherever the case may be, traveling is a state of mind. You could do it anywhere. Look around you. Life is so inspiring. It really is. And you look at people, you look at nature, everything is so inspiring. You can learn from everyone. You really can. I spent actually the last day, 2 days ago, with two homeless men. Two homeless men that are exactly like you and me. We're all the same. And so we categorize and label people, and so we push them in a box and say, oh, you know, maybe it's dangerous, it's this, it's that. You know, they have a voice too. We're all teachers and we're all students. Life is the best teacher. Not everyone has the same opportunities as you and I. Even to have this camera recording, for you to be watching this on a computer, you don't realize. You know, and Omotis said an amazing thing the other day to me. He said, how do you know what you are if you don't know what you're not? You know, and you can't be afraid to go into those depths of maybe your fear or your worries. You know, because that's not you. You're not fear. You're not worry. You're not anxiety. You're love. That's all you are. When you're not happy, that's not you. You know, so we're identifying with our thoughts that we're convincing ourselves of. You know, be careful what you tell yourself. You can convince yourself of anything. So we always ask for advice, and it's a beautiful thing to ask someone's opinion. But don't take that take it with a grain of salt and evaluate for yourself. That's why it's very important to have alone time, to reflect, to shine your spotlight inward, because we're always shining our spotlight outward. And that's why meditation is a beautiful thing.
What I promote is being you. And I love being me, usually. It has its challenges, and there are times when I've said to myself, I'd rather be anybody else than me. However, at the end of the day, just being me and by myself projecting myself, I find that others are able to then project themselves because they sense a confidence that is exuded into them, and then with their own confidence, they start to be themselves. It's like when I go to a dance club and I'm doing my crazy hippie dancing, next thing you know, I've got all these people around me hippie dancing, letting out their inner child.
Yeah.
And it's nothing shy of magic. It's just, you know, when you are yourself, you're most free.
Don't just take what we're saying and believe it. You need to experience it to believe it.
What I do on my path is I share my truth, and I allow others to weigh in what their truth is. And in essence, I'm just spreading the love one soul at a time.
Yeah, you guys don't realize such a beautiful thing. You know, Omotis, what I've understood from talking to him, and his message is to spread love. Something so simple. Be you. Spread love.
You are the love.
You are the love.
Spread yourself. Allow your inner child out to allow other people's inner childs out.
Why have we lost this joy that we had, this nature that we had as a child, to let go and to see a butterfly and to be in awe. Why don't we experience things like it is for the first time? It's like we see a butterfly. Okay, get out of my face. You're in my way. Oh, we see the moon. The moon is so bright and beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Oh, maybe it's too bright. There's always something going wrong. Oh, it's too hot. It's too cold. I wish this person was here with me. I wish I had, ordered this food. I wish it was that hot. I wish it was cold. Just enjoy it for what it is. We always have to label and judge. Omotis has a beautiful concept that he's come up with in terms of just being is. It just is. Maybe if you could share that with us.
Yeah. It's a higher concept in the way of truths, in my opinion, where the human experience has what we want to judge as negative and positive, right and wrong, but without everything in the human experience, we would not have the human experience. Is-NESS is a consciousness where you do not judge anything in the human experience because everything is necessary. And it's all necessary in order that we may discover who we are by knowing who we are not.
Maybe you could expand. It's a beautiful thing, really. It gives me chills hearing him speak, really. Maybe you could expand a little more on, you say that, the good and the bad, it's part of the human experience. Maybe you could explain more about the struggling side, the bad side, because everyone is, they want the good. But let's talk about the bad for a second.
Just a couple of weeks ago in Las Vegas, we had a shooting where almost 60 people died, and then there was so many people that were put into hospitalization, and that very night when I heard about that event, I was extremely troubled. It really pained my heart, and I went to bed with a lot of pain in my heart, and I thought, hang on, this is not right. I got up and I did my Mayan 7-direction prayer ritual. It balanced me, it centered me again, and I was meditating on why an event like that happened. And I came to the conclusion that that event was necessary for many, many reasons. One is that it makes us aware that love is completely opposite to what we saw there. And in that event, there was X number of souls who dedicated their physical being to orchestrate that event for the sake of the other souls that are still in the human experience, for all of us, them and us, to evolve. And right now, there's two huge things happening in the universe. One is called the precession of the equinox. This is where the Earth is wobbling on its axis, and every 26,000 years, we come back to the starting point. The Mayan calendar ended at the very beginning of this process that we're in right now. And when the calendar starts again, it's not the end, it's actually the beginning. And when we're in the beginning, spirituality is at its peak. So Pachamama has it that spirituality, and my spirit, Ben's spirit, decided to have this human experience right now to take advantage of this most amazing opportunity. And I say to every person in the human experience right now, your spirit chose for you to be here in this experience at this moment for the sake of your spirit's evolution. And if you realize that you are having this human experience on behalf of your spirit self, you will want to ramp it up, you'll want to challenge yourself, you'll want to no longer avoid the uncomfortableness of life, because if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. So allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Allow yourself to find who and what you truly are. You are love. Don't forget that.
We're all in. You're living. When your heart's beating, anything is possible. And yes, we are all on different journeys. Yes, maybe of us are, we have different objectives, you could say, in life. Different purposes we feel that our life is for. Whether it's politics, corporate America, corporate, traveling, whatever it may be, everyone's on their own journey. There's no right or wrong. No capital T in our truths.
And it's all about timing. Timing is everything. Either you are ready or you're not ready. Yeah.
And whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're correct.
I would say if you feel the urge, your time is now, go for it.
There's no better time than now. We're always looking, motivation type of thing. We're always looking for the right time, the right moment. Do I need to be motivated? Right now is the right time. Like I said on my first video, Marcus Aurelius, Stoic philosopher, emperor of Rome at one time, he says, stop thinking of what a good man could be one. Pause the video, put the book down, just do it, just be it. What are you afraid of? What are you waiting for? Nothing, there's nothing to wait for. The journey is the destination. We're here right now. The beauty is in the world. It's in the eyes of the beholder. You are the beholder. We have God in each and every one of us. We need to not look outside for our answers, but look within us.
There's a concept of expectations, and having expectations can oftentimes lead to disappointment. But if you do have expectations, expect that every day is going to hold some magic there for you. It's going to allow you to grow, and just let go, let opportunities present themselves, take advantage of those opportunities, challenge your fears, and expect that wonderful things are going to happen on your path.
We need to, I love that he said, because in reality, we shouldn't expect anything, but that's a beautiful thing that he said in terms of having that expectation. So I definitely agree with that. But, we need to trade expectations for appreciation. Then everything is a gift. What a gift. Everything is a gift. If you don't expect anything, you have a birthday and you don't expect a gift. Oh my God, everything is just such a, you eat a fruit and the juice of the fruit is so, oh my God, all the sensations, your body, your chills, and it's such a beautiful experience. Just eating a fruit, having a vegetable.
Something that Ben shared with me last night is the concept that as these entities, as human beings, we are given gifts. We have particular talents that separate us from everybody else. And with this gift, you want to develop this gift and you want to share this gift. The whole idea of you having this gift is in order for you to share your gift. And if the world has everybody living with their gifts and sharing their gifts, could you just imagine how beautiful this experience would be?
There's always an opportunity to learn, and we just need to give it. Find your gift and share it. Share with others. This is what I'm doing here. We're sharing. Solo compartir. We don't want anything. This is completely just sharing because we want to help inspire a few people. Imagine a world. I envision a world where everyone can experience how beautiful life really is. If you can just let go, don't be afraid to step away. Don't be afraid to go in the depths of what you fear. Fear is a call to action. We all know fear. We all know this. Fear doesn't exist. We know it. Maybe we're not aware of it, but it doesn't exist. F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real.
We create it.
We create it. And you create everything. You create everything.
And as you were saying last night, our survival mechanism from that part of our brain is always kicking in. And what we need to do is get past that survival mechanism through the realization of what we really are. And what we really are is love. And the final message here is just be you.
Yeah.
And when you're being you and giving your gift out to this human experience, you are never going to have a more wonderful existence just by being you. Let the inner child of you out. Think of when you were a child and how free you were. And then social consciousness came in and all of these fears came in and you stopped being you. Well, the ticket is go back to your child being and be you. Let's all be children.
You know, it's actually quite simple. Life is quite simple. I'm not to say people aren't going through things, or, you know, I'm not to say everything's rainbow and butterflies, but it's quite simple. Our mind just makes it so complicated. It's not the actual event in which you're going through. It's how you interpret that event.
Stop judging yourself and stop judging others.
You know, that's why I say it's beyond words. We use words. Language is a beautiful thing, as I said in my first video. It allows us to communicate and express ourselves. You know, but do you need to say something is beautiful in order to feel its beauty? I think not. Just to add to what Omotis has said in terms of being you, it's quite simple, but yet so profound in the sense where you want to be you. I think it's the perfect weaver. You don't want people who don't like you for you. You don't want them in your life. So why are you trying to hold on to them? Oh, because I've known them my whole life. Oh, they're family friends. Or you can't be afraid to cut people out of your life. You should only surround yourself with people who give you energy, not take it from you. It goes the same with the environment. Your environment, be very selective with your environment and your time. You can be selfish with that. You know, if something is taking your energy, you don't need to indulge, you don't need to be involved with that. Only involve yourself with people and things, environments that give you energy.
Which is love.
Which is love.
Love is the energy. That's right. If you're not feeling the love, go somewhere where you feel the love. And allow them that are not feeling the love to find their way to love. And when they do, well, you're ready to receive the love. You're ready to share that frequency.
Yeah, love them more. You know, someone's in a bad mood, they're grouchy, yelling at everyone. Love them more. Just give them more love. They're the ones that need it most. Like I said in my other video on the terms of the Vegas crisis. You know, he mentioned the Vegas crisis. There's a video on my YouTube channel on the Vegas crisis and an alternative perspective, just like he brought. You know, you have to open your mind a little bit, allow for another perspective. You know, for me, I just want to give a little insider of the way I intake the world. You know, someone disagrees with what I'm saying, that's okay. I'm not saying, oh, you're an idiot, oh, you're stupid, you're ignorant, you don't understand shit. No, I'm saying, okay, why do you feel that way? What brings you to believe that? Because what you believe is true for you. So everyone has their own opinions, everyone's on their own journey, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong, like I said. Just providing another perspective, and please share your perspective as well on how you feel about that certain event. You know, there's no right or wrong.
When you share your perspective, you're asking other people to literally raise their consciousness. And the higher we raise our consciousness, the closer we get to being our true selves.
If you're being someone you're not, you're just attracting people who shouldn't be in your life. And you're going to look back on your life, hopefully, I hope not regretting. You shouldn't regret anything because you are in your life because of, you know, for this whole human experience, like Omotis mentioned, the good and the bad, but you're attracting the wrong people. And then eventually look back at your life, you know, I don't even like this guy at all. He's just an asshole, you know, and don't look back on your life and think that way. And I want to ask Omotis a little more on this social consciousness he's talking about. Maybe you could expand a little on that. Fear.
The social consciousness is based on fear. And
well, what is social consciousness to you? What do you mean by that? What are they afraid of?
They're afraid of stepping out and being unique. Yeah. They're trying to all emulate each other to fit in and not make any waves and ripples and this kind of stuff, and to literally not live by their honest inner voice.
It's fascinating, you know, along with what he's saying about the social consciousness, you know, we're so afraid. We're afraid that we need to grasp everything, hold everything, and because we think that's us, and we need to, our ideas, the people we love, we squeeze so tight that we kill it. We're squeezing it so tight, we're killing it. The things we love, the things we want the most, we're killing them. You know, so that's why I wrote in the article, if you look at my, you know, Primitive But Civilized, my account page, which will be posted on, you know, I wrote a few weeks back on, you can't be afraid to paint a picture and throw it away. You can't be afraid. You know, because ultimately, you know, we're building walls, permanent walls for this impermanent existence. Nothing lasts forever. You know, and just because your father, your mother doesn't last forever, doesn't live forever, what, do you not love them? Do you not love a flower because you know it's going to die? No, if anything, you might love it more. Love this life. It's a gift. You have been given a gift to be watching this right now, to be seeing it, to be hearing it. This is a gift, nothing short of a gift. A Appreciate it. Stop being spoiled. You're not entitled to it. You know, you're so fortunate to have this gift. Everything you do is a blessing. A meal. Take a moment. Give it a moment. Like I had that live video. I was talking about taking a moment. You know, let your life, to break this down, you know, to its core, your life is a series of moments, fraction of a second. Ooh, gone, 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 gone. And if you're not paying attention, if you're not focusing, your life can fly by you. Fly right by you. You know, in your mind, we're putting our mind in the future, in the past. Not even living in the moment. You know, our mind is something in the future we can't even control anyways. What are you worrying about it for? You know, the beautiful thing is all you have to do is live in this very moment. That's it. It's quite simple. Be in the now. Be you. Be in the now. That's it. Just be. Just be. And you know, when you can just be in the moment, the beautiful thing is that time will elapse. There's a time and there's a place for everything. I can guarantee the good and the bad. There's a time and a place for every single thing in your life. Allow it to be. You know, and feel that pain. You know, there's some pain in your life. There's some pain in your leg. Just feel it. Feel it. Become one with it. Welcome it. Embrace it. And love it. That's why I say, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Understand that you created it. You created that pain. And you can uncreate it. Yeah, the power of the mind, it's just, it's crazy. The power of our mind. The power of our mind is what creates this human experience entirely.
You know, it's such a beautiful thing that you said, and, you know, I just want to wrap this up. It's been such an amazing time. I don't want to take all of your day, and I think I appreciate your time. You know, time is such a beautiful thing. It's a commodity. You know, for all you know, people in stocks and business and all these things, it's a commodity. It's a precious commodity. Our most precious commodity, time. I don't care how much money you have, you can't buy time.
Yeah.
You know, and so we need to respect our own time, respect other people's time, and appreciate them for giving us the time of their day, the time of my day as well. And he respects my time, I respect his time. I want to say something. You know,
there's a lot of love right here. There's a lot of love right here.
You know, we met yesterday. We happened to meet yesterday, and you know, he was sitting down. He was learning some Spanish. You know, we're all learning Spanish out here.
Yeah.
Yo aprendiendo español. Es muy importante practicar con muchas personas. En la calle, mercado, todos los lugares. Muy importante. So, you know, we're all practicing. We're all in practicing. And so he was practicing his Spanish. And I walking up to him, asking him, you know, I had a feeling. I just wanted to taste something good. I wanted a good meal. That's something tasty. I think we all know that feeling. We all want to eat something nice. And so I asked him, you know, excuse me, sir, can I have a second of yours? I would like to ask you a question. Is there some place that you recommend to eat?
Yeah.
So he recommends this beautiful vegan restaurant. Oh, amazing. Such a beautiful experience. And excuse me there. And so we get to talking. I hear this beautiful story. He's got an amazing story. I mean, we don't have time, you know, all this time, but he's got an amazing story. He sailed from where?
Tahiti to Australia.
From Tahiti to Australia, across the Pacific Ocean.
3,000 nautical miles, 2.5 months on a 96-foot sailboat when I was
2.5 months.
21, 22 years old. Yeah.
Amazing. And you know, I know you're meeting him here, but he's far beyond what you can fathom in this shooting. And the same thing with you too. Don't try to fathom your being, just be. Stop trying to conceptualize and understand things. It just is. You know, the ism. It just is. And what a relief. What a burden off your shoulders to know.
That's the final message every time.
That's just always, it's the core. We're just revolving around this. Just be. Just be. And everything we were saying is just
be.
Amen. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. So we actually, like I said, just getting back to the story, and just to finish it off, I mean, you guys are interested maybe in the story, maybe not. Anyways, so we actually shared a beautiful evening together at that same restaurant.
Now, talking about opportunities, after Ben asked me about this restaurant, he could have just walked away and went off to this restaurant himself, but he sensed an opportunity. He just felt the energy, and we have had this amazing bond with each other, all because he decided to take the opportunity. So the message is, when you see the opportunity, weigh it out, and if it's a self-growth opportunity, take it. It'll always lead you to be you.
Exactly. Beautifully said. And, there's no better way to put it than that. And I want to leave it off on such a beautiful note in which that he just ended it on. So I just want to thank you again. It's been so special. Really, give me a hug. And thank you for watching again. This has been the Beyond Word Show.
Feel the love. Feel the love. There's so much love here. All right. Love you.
We love you.